Okay, this is Steven, and I'm going to ask him some questions about digital citizenship. So, what is digital citizenship?
Um, I would assume it's like being, I guess, like your internet footprint, like what you post online, all of your accounts and setups for emails and Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and just all the stuff that you put online.
Okay, the next question, what are the responsibilities of K through 12 teachers in protecting students in online environments?
I think it's incredibly important to make sure that kids aren't getting into bad stuff online. Probably K through fifth grade should have the most monitoring and just making sure that they aren't getting into things that they shouldn't be getting into and getting in chat rooms and other stuff. You don't want them to be influenced by bad things. Just use the internet and technology as an educational facet.
Do you think there should be restrictions for certain grade levels?
Yes, I do think so. I think as you get older, there should be less restrictions because there are going to be topics that are going to be discussed in classes that are a little bit more adult. So things like slavery, the Holocaust, things like that, that are a little bit more adult and are things that we need to know about and learn our history, and so we won't repeat ourselves. Um, Especially once we get into high school, we start to learn more before we get to college, and then ultimately we get into our professions, and we have that unrestricted access. But for children, it's important for them to learn the basics, get what they need to get down, and then slowly ease them into these more adult topics.
Okay, the last question is what do you think are some common misconceptions about digital citizenship?
Some, I guess, some common misconceptions are that like everything on the internet is bad, technology is horrible. There are some great uses for technology that we haven't had in previous years. Like my childhood, very different than what kids now are going through, and with technology, we have so much more accessibility to technology.
So, what do you think are some improvements in technology from when you were a kid?
Well, since 1998, what I've learned in my major, I'm a speech language pathology major, things like AAC devices, so that's augmentative and alternative communication devices for individuals with disabilities, have really been on the rise. It helps people to speak with one another, even if they don't have any vocal ability, or may not have the physical means to participate in conversation. And then also things like just like in normal schooling, where there's websites, there's programs, there's different things that help kids learn even more than I could have ever learned when I was a child. And I think it's important to use technology to the best of its ability and the best of our ability as people who work with children to kind of just focus in on their education and how we can enhance their education compared to ours.
Okay, back to the last question. What are some other common misconceptions about digital citizenship?
I'd say probably the biggest one that everybody should be aware of, kids, adults, teenagers, all the above, that if you delete something, it's gone forever. That's completely untrue. As soon as it is on the internet, it stays on the internet forever. And there are people that can find it. There are unfortunately people who use internet and technology for malicious reasons, and everything that we put on the internet will be there forever, no matter whether you press the delete button or if you try and clear your whole computer, you can turn it off forever and it will still be on the internet as soon as you press post. So I think it's important to protect kids from making bad decisions using technology, and we should monitor but not completely restrict.